Good morning, Southwest Florida, and welcome to Saving the Investor. I'm Alfie Townsend, and if you're one of the millions that are concerned about higher taxes, inflation, and the national debt, you're in the right place.
Coming up on today's show, is it time you changed advisors? Focusing on long-term financial goals, weathering retirement's perfect storm, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
Why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Saving the Investor on this Sunday morning. My name is Craig Wolf and I am here with certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend here at the Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie, good to be with you again this morning.
Thank you.
It's been a rough 2022, and a question that I have and a lot of people have is your financial advisor keeping in touch with you during these rough times like he or she does when things are good? So I guess the question would be to consider maybe, have you outgrown your financial advisor? Not you personally, but have you outgrown your advisor?
Yeah, and what happens is this. I hear a lot of times when people come in for that second opinion, we always talk about it on the radio and TV show, to come in, let us show you what we do. And one of the main things that I hear is it's just repeated over and over, is that they don't hear from their advisor, or the advisor is not listening to them. Those are the two things. They're not hearing from their advisor, or the advisor isn't listening. And I always say you got to be more proactive in times. We've had a tough 2022 has not been easy. And if you're not hearing from your advisor during times like this, that means you don't really have an advisor. If you're only hearing from your advisor when the markets are up, that's easy to make those phone calls. But here at the Advanced Retirement Group, we want to make sure I do a video every Friday. It's called the Friday Financial Wrap, and wrap up, I should say, and we send it to every one of our clients, and it really states in there, really is like a 3 or 4 minute video, what happened to the market. But we have some great information in there from our money managers, from our economists, that will talk about the economy, talk about the markets. And then there's always a spot there if they need to make a 15-minute phone call appointment with me. They have my schedule. If they need to make an appointment with the office, a half hour, a full appointment, they can do that. And because if something's bothering them, I know how I feel when times are, look, just because I've been doing this 40 years, when that market has that volatility, I'm feeling what our clients feel. So I want to be definitely proactive and talk to them and say, hey, I do feel exactly what you're feeling. And if you need to talk about it, if your risk level has changed, give us a call. But the main thing is, as long as it's in line with their risk, they're going to be just fine. And we always talk about really making sure that their risk is not exceeding. A lot of times if you say pick a number between 1 and 10, they're going to pick that higher number. But when reality sets in, they're really not that risk at all. They're more risk adverse in taking that risk. So having a plan in place and keeping in touch with your clients is so important. And a lot of times their advisor is not showing them alternatives of what they can do to keep their accounts from fluctuating so much and to have some nice income from their account and to fight inflation, because that's what it's all about. And so a lot of times people have outgrown their advisor, I hate to say.
And you're here full time. I mean, you're in Florida 12 months out of the year. And
that's a good point. Yeah, we're here full time. We have offices here in Fort Myers and our convenient office in Naples, right by Mikado over there. So yeah, we're here full time. I grew up in Florida. I lived in Miami since the 60s I started, so. Been here a long time.
You know, we're not going to get into now. One of these days, we're going to talk a little bit about your backstory because you have had a very interesting life that one of these days I think you should share with your viewers.
Well, that's my book.
What's the title of that book again? Let's take advantage here.
Let's take advantage of it. Yes, it's Making Waves in Retirement from Waypoint to Waypoint.
It's got kind of a boating theme.
It's a boating theme.
First one
was a golf theme, yeah. Yeah, keeping you on the retirement fairway, but this one's making waves in retirement.
All right, we can figure out what you do in your spare time. All right, more of Saving the Investor to come. Glad you're with us.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
If you're ready to create your dream retirement, I have just the book for you. Unlike most books on investing, it doesn't require a large investment of your time. It's not filled with financial jargon and difficult to understand explanations. It's an easy read filled with valuable insights. So valuable, in fact, that anyone who's soon to be or already is retired should have a copy on their shelves. And today, it can be yours at absolutely no cost. It's called Making Waves in Retirement, written by Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional, radio show host, and TV personality. Making Waves in Retirement breaks down the insights that Alfie's gained over his 4 decades of helping people just like you plan for retirement. Real stories about real people, illustrating what they've done wrong and what they've done right. Strategies to help retirees and those soon to retire make the right decisions and avoid costly mistakes. And if you save for retirement, this is the book for you. Get your complimentary copy today simply by being one of the first 5 callers. The number to dial is 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. There are no strings attached, so if you're interested in living your dream retirement, you have nothing to lose and quite possibly much to gain.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
You know, there's short-term goals and there's long-term goals. And the most important one, I feel, is your long-term goal. And that's where a lot of people, when they see the market and they see the volatility it creates and they see the uncertainty, there is a lot of uncertainty out there. I mean, in my years of doing this, it's probably the worst I've seen, where people come into our office for the first time and they're concerned about the direction of our country and things that are happening. So when that happens, you have to have your long-term goal. And of course you make adjustments. You have to make adjustments, but you got to remember what your ultimate goal is to retire, stay retired. But if you have an income plan in place, you're fighting inflation, you're gonna have ups and downs. That's what the market's all about. If the market was gonna be just straight up, there really wouldn't be any returns to be made in the market. But since we have to go up and down with the market to get to your ultimate goal, then that's where returns come from. Okay, so we have to look at short-term goals differently than we look at long-term goals. So when the market is having its correction territory, hey, we know that the markets in the long run is going to rebound, and when it rebounds fast. The last thing what we want to do is start taking money out when the market's going down and sitting on the sideline. That's called market timing. And market timing, I say, is the hardest thing to do. Think about it. You could have one bit of information. How many times have you looked, and I've done it too, where you look in the morning and the futures, the overnight futures look like the market's going to open up great. And then it does open up, and then all of a sudden some news comes out during the day about a company did not hit the numbers that it was supposed to hit. So the market starts going down. And so that's what's wonderful about the market. That's where returns come from in the market, is that it's random. You don't know what's going to happen. But that's the beauty of the market, and that's what gets you those returns. So remember, long-term goals are different than short-term goals. And what we'll do is we review everybody's goals every year, but we will make adjustments because like right now, I'll give you an example. Right now, the international markets are not in vogue as much as the U.S. market, so we're going to tilt more towards U.S. And it's okay to make changes like that, but you don't want to make drastic changes, pulling everything out, going to cash, and trying to time the market. That's a very hard game to win. So think about your long-term goals, and then your short-term goals will fall in place.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080.
You have a club for every scenario, a driver for the long holes, wedges to get you over the hazards, and a putter when you need a touch of finesse. And you need plenty of these, too. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Find out today. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review with Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Call 239-747-1080.
You've got questions, and Alfie has the answers that will keep you on the retirement fairway. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of ads on TV about buying gold. So now I'm wondering, should I sell stock to buy gold?
So should I sell stock to buy gold? That's the question. And the answer, I would say, is no. And, gold right now is having a nice little run, but if you look at the history of gold, it just is not a good investment. Now, if you have a little gold in your 401k or in your safe, that's okay. But to make gold a big holding, I would not do that. If you look at the history of equities versus gold, you'll be amazed. Gold doesn't even keep up with inflation. And then they always say gold's very good for inflation. No, what's best for inflation is owning stock, owning equity. So if you have equity and it's a diversified portfolio, you're going to do much better off.
I'm 57 and I inherited an IRA from my father. It's about $1 million. I'm still working and I'm wondering, what should I do with it?
That's fantastic. I'm sorry about your father, but he saved a lot of money, it sounds like, and he gave you a big inheritance. If this inheritance happened, after 2020, what's happening is you have to take this money out over a 5-year period, and you have 5 years to have that money out. It used to be people that really inherited IRA from 2019 and sooner, they had many years to really take that money out. Now you have to take it out fast. You don't get to stretch it out like you used to. So there are some major tax problems, but the good thing is that you do not have that 10% penalty because you're under age 59.5. That is eliminated when you have an inherited IRA. So that's a little bit of good news for you, but you do have to really consider doing some planning because you have to take it out by 5 years.
I recently moved to Florida because I'm working remotely now, and I retire in 3 years. What adjustments should I be making now to my portfolio?
That's a real good question. You're about to retire in 3 years. I look at it this way. I want to look at your whole, I can't just answer that question without knowing a little bit more information, but most likely what I would tell you is be a little bit more conservative. If you only have 3 years left before you retire, I want to make sure you have an income plan in place. I want to make sure your expenses are under control. I want to make sure if you have a pension, if you don't have a pension, we might want to create a pension for you. These are all things, if you're about to retire or soon to be retired or are retired, these are things we want to really look at your whole picture to make that final judgment call on you.
I'm a 63-year-old widow teacher, and I'd like to retire in 2 or 3 years. My mortgage is almost paid off. Do you have any tips on how to save more to retire on schedule?
Sounds like you did some very good planning. Your home is almost paid off. You're about to retire. That's the main thing. What you want to do when you're about to retire is make sure things are paid off. Make sure your home is paid off. Make sure you have your debt paid off. You want to be as debt-free as possible so you can have more money to spend during retirement. But in the meantime, you got a couple go ahead and max out your 403b. You're a school teacher, so you most likely have a 403b. If you're not maxing that out, max that out. If you can do some Roths, you can do a Roth 403b. That would be something to think about, because that money will come out tax-free. So personally, what I'd like to do is look at the whole plan. When we get together, I would look to see if it would make sense to do a Roth conversion and have some tax-free money down the road. But it's a good start that your home is going to be paid off before you retire, and make sure all your other bills that you can pay off, your credit card bills, are paid off before you retire. And it sounds like you're going to have a great retirement.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
When you're nearing your retirement, it's important that your plan include the proper steps to make an efficient and effective transition. There's a lot to consider. Will your income plan meet your lifestyle? How should you reallocate your assets? Is your withdrawal plan tax efficient? Well, practice makes perfect, but you only retire once. So how do you know you're making the right decisions and avoiding costly mistakes? Well, that's simple. Call Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. Alfie has over 30 years of experience helping people just like you transition into retirement. So be one of the first 5 callers and receive your complimentary retirement transition review. Call 239-747-1080. There's no cost and no strings attached. Your retirement transition review includes key deadline schedules, asset reallocation guides, income plan analysis, and tax-efficient withdrawal strategies. Be one of the first 5 callers now, and this review is yours at no cost. Call 239-747-1080. You only retire once, so let's get this right. Call Alfie now. Welcome to another segment of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson with Alfie Townsend, certified financial planner professional and founder and president of Advantage Retirement Group. You know, Alfie, right now with the volatile markets, a lot of people that are headed into retirement or in retirement, it's like this perfect storm for them right now. And they're wondering, can I really make it to and through retirement right now? And let's talk a little bit about that.
You know, I was watching the news not too long ago, and it said there was 25% of the people that were thinking about retiring said they're going to postpone it right now because of inflation. They can't afford, they cannot afford it right now. So, when you look at storms, and, the book I wrote is Making Waves in Retirement, and there was a boating story that I want to share with everybody, and it's about a storm that was coming. I had a captain with me. I had first bought this boat, and he was with us, and I thought he was going to drive it, but no, he wasn't driving it. He was teaching me how to drive it, but he was down doing the lines, and we were out in the Atlantic at the time, and we started coming in because there was a big storm coming, and it was Norfolk, Virginia, and we were going into a dock over there. They told me where to dock it, and there was all these naval ships there and big boats there, and I'm coming in, and I was really a new boater at the time, and I was trying to put the boat in, and I was up on the bridge going forward, backwards. All of a sudden, I felt these arms come around me, and I heard the captain, Roy, say, "Relax, Alfie, relax." He didn't tell me what to do, or, he just said, "Relax," went back down, pulled it right in. So that's what you have to do in times like this, is just relax and know what's going on inside your portfolio, inside your retirement plan. And that's why we put the retirement simulator together. And if you know what's going on, you're going to be able to relax a little bit more, because the markets always comes back, but you have to be able to make adjustments, and you have to know if you are in things that you shouldn't be in, like bonds right now. Interest rates are going up, bonds are going down. There's things that you can make changes to, but a lot of people don't know about it until they do something about it. And do something about it is find out what's going on, See if you can put yourself in a better situation so you can be like me when Captain Roy came up on that bridge, hugged me, and said, relax. And he was a nuclear sub commander, you know, in the 70s and 80s of a 522-foot submarine.
Wow.
And so, you know, he knew what he was doing, and I knew he was doing. So I was relaxed because he was on the boat with me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You might need someone there with you to get you through this storm, and we'll come out of it. But we are going to be in it for a while because it's inflation, rising interest rates, and you know, it's just the nature of the beast right now.
And that's what you do. You have that reassuring, calming voice that helps people understand what's going on inside their portfolio to get them to and through retirement. And you call that your retirement simulator
Yes, I do.
process.
Yep, I sure do.
Great. And if you'd like to meet with Alfie for your retirement simulator, give us a call.
Ready to live your retirement dreams? Then it's time to meet Alfie, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner. Schedule your complimentary retirement income plan review now. Give Alfie a call, 239-747-1080. You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
You've built a nest egg from your years of work and now you're retired or you're about to. What are your plans for those hard-earned dollars? Putting money away is one thing, but you need a holistic strategy for many different reasons. Whether it's reducing taxes, generating income, minimizing risk, or maximizing Social Security, what counts is what you do with your money. And that's where our retirement simulator can help. Let us give you, at no charge with no obligation, a look inside your portfolio to see what's really going on. Our retirement simulator will put your financial plan through a strenuous test and identify weaknesses that we need to address. What we show you may well surprise you, and what you find out could save you big time. Give certified financial planner Alfie Townsend a call. For more than 3 decades, he's been helping people just like you. If you save $500,000 or more, call Alfie at 239-747-1080. What you learn from our retirement simulator could end up adding more to your retirement than you ever imagined. Call Alfie at 239-747-1080. You've got nothing to lose and may have a whole lot to gain.
One of our most popular programs that we have right now is the tax map. And what the tax map is, it really puts in perspective, should you be doing a Roth conversion or should you be doing some other tax planning now for the future? And what's nice about it, it tells you to the penny, we'll say to the dollar, it tells you to the dollar, if you invest this amount of money, convert this amount of money into a Roth, what it's going to cost you. Because remember, it's not just the tax bracket that increases, it deals with your Social Security too. There's going to be a Part B and Part D. So when you do Roth conversions, a lot of people say, "Oh, just do a Roth conversion," but they don't know if they don't have this program, the tax map. You don't know if you're going to how much you're going to have to pay on your Social Security, how much you're going to have to pay extra, and this could be substantial amounts. So what we want to do is really customize one for you and say, if you convert $100,000, if you convert $200,000 each year, what it's going to cost you each year. But then what it will also show you is some tax-free money down the road. And if you're not 72 yet, if you're not having to take out required minimum distribution, if your advisor is not advising you on doing some tax planning now, you might need to get your own tax map, because what the tax map is going to do is it's going to customize one for you to tell you if you're going to be in a good position down the road for tax-free income. Remember, we are in a very, there's a lot of spending going on. Everybody comes in and says, Alfie, the government is spending. And what that's doing is adding to the deficit. And when you add to the deficit, the way that they're saying they're going to fix it is raising taxes. And if you think just the wealthy is going to be raised, it's not. Everybody's going to get raised. So if we can do some planning now for some tax-free money later, that's what the tax map's all about. So if you want your own tax map, this would be a custom tax map for you, give us a call on the number on the screen and we'll get that over to you.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through 1 decade, let alone 2. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
Mondo Uomo specializes in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man. Like our exclusive selection of Bugatti and St. Croix shirts and sweaters. Visit our store in Naples at the Village on Venetian Bay or online at mondouomo.com.
Remember the Wall Street bailouts? Those same big banks and financial firms have been fined billions for misleading customers. And now they want to manage your retirement savings. Why would you trust them? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.
Mondo Uomo offers a remarkable selection of the latest styles in menswear. Visit Mondo Uomo at the Village on Venetian Bay in Naples. Alberto, Bugatti, St. Croix, Zanella. Come see what remarkable shopping is all about.
Looming tax hikes could have a dramatic impact on you and your family. Certified financial planner professional Alfie Townsend has a tool. It's called Tax Map. It's designed to ease the impact of what will likely be the biggest tax hike in nearly 30 years. Alfie's Tax Map can help you lower your tax bracket, protect your money when taxes rise, and create tax-free income. High net worth investors employ Alfie's Tax Map strategies to protect their savings and preserve their legacy. And if you're one of the first 9 callers right now, you can too. Call 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. This complimentary tax map is only available to the first 9 callers right now, so don't wait. Again, 239-747-1080. The time to reduce future taxes and create tax-free income is right now. Call and ask for Alfie's Tax Map, 239-747-1080.